Hi everyone, it's your girl Ciru. Welcome back to yet another episode of Climax with Ciru. I am loving this consistency, guys. Have you listened to our previous episode where we were talking about men and sex? How to please a woman, guys? It's a playbook. It's a playbook for men to use. If you have not listened to it, I suggest that you go back and listen to it because this is a continuation of that topic. I realize that is quite a lot to discuss about when it comes to men and sex, and I just want to give my opinion as a woman because I've been disappointed a couple of times by some people, some men. It's been a struggle, people. It's been a struggle. And what sucks is that I've come to a point where I am realizing my sexual needs and I know what I love when it comes to pleasure. But the men out here have no absolute idea what pleasure is. To them, it's just a game of we touch that nipple 1 second and we wrap it up and dip in we go and swim into her vagina. It doesn't work like that, guys. And it's been a struggle, and I was honored yet again to be featured by the Standard Media Group. For people who do not know what the Standard Media Group is, or guys who are not from Kenya, the Standard Media Group is a media group, television, everything, and they have this daily. It's not a daily. It's a weekly newspaper called the Nairobian. It's all about gossip and all those nice, sweet, scandalous, sexy topics. And I was featured there to give my opinion on why older women prefer younger boys. And I realized I'm at that age. That's a statistic because I prefer younger men. I realized that I prefer younger men. And when I say younger men, I'm talking about Gen Z. As long as they're of legal age, I prefer younger men. And there's a reason why older women prefer younger men when it comes to sex. And it is all tied to the last topic. Because in the last topic, I was talking about how men do not know what pleasure is and they do not know how to pleasure a woman. And for them, sex is very robotic. It's very robotic. Like, we start with the kissing, then we go to the boobs for 1 second. And then as long as my dick is hard, I don't care whether she's wet or not. I get my dick inside her. If she's not wet, I pull up my saliva, get inside there, get her wet, get her lubricated and get inside. It's bad. It's bad. It's like women are not supposed to enjoy sexual pleasure. And one thing that people do not understand is that a lot of us women orgasm from foreplay. Sex and penetration is the least of our worries. Well, I do love penetration. I love to eat my meal and clean up my plate. Yeah, I don't like leaving any crumbs left. But there are women who orgasm from foreplay, and I'm one of those women. And you can't just come and try to dip it in, and I'm not even wet down there. You have to make sure that I'm wet. Guys, you cannot. And we are not using your saliva. We are not using your saliva. You have to get me there. I was reading an article that was saying that when it comes to sex, a woman is like water and a man is like fire. And now the fire complements the water. So it's so easy for a man to get turned on and to get their dick hard, but it's very hard for a woman to get wet. A man can get hard for no apparent reason. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a man can get wet hard for no apparent reason. But for a woman has to be in the moment. She has to be in the mood. She has to feel the environment. And it has to be amazing. She has to be in a sensual mood. Guys, And that is why I'm always insisting on sensuality and sensual play. Spice up the room, spice up. Use your best candle, use your amazing scent. Bring her, the room has to be clean. Go shower. As in, there are so many things that have to play when it comes to a woman's arousal. A woman doesn't get aroused just for the sake. We just don't sit and we're like, oh, I want to have sex. No, I have to be in the mood to get to that point where I need to have sex with you. So you just can't come to me, give me one kiss, lick my nipple, only one nipple, for 1 second, and then assume that I'm wet and aroused. No, a woman is like water. You need to get her to the right temperature. And it takes time to get that water boiling. It takes time to get that water boiling. It takes skill to get that water boiling. So you have to get me in the moment so that I can be aroused. So this thing where men just kiss and they're in, there is no pleasure at all. It's not just about your pleasure as a man. It's also about my pleasure as a woman, because I want to get satisfied as well. Or else I'm going to go and look for someone else who knows how to work it. Or more or less go get my vibrator and use it. Go get my toy. You need to learn how to spice up a woman, how to get a woman there, how to spice up things in the bedroom and get to that point and get your woman aroused and get your woman sexually pleasured. Foreplay is very much important. It is very important when it comes to sex. You need to learn what gets me on. If you're having sex with me and if you're caressing me, the point of foreplay is to enjoy and get me there. So if you do not listen to my body and get what I like or what I don't like, then what's the point? Because the point is for you to listen to my body so that you can concentrate more on that. Oh, do I love my nipples sacked? Yes, I do. Continue doing that for a couple of minutes and get me there. If you do not know how I like it done, it's very important to ask. And that's the reason why we're having trouble with millennial men and older men. I, for one, in my experience, I don't know what your experience is, but that's why I'm having trouble with millennial men, because it's very mechanical for them. They don't listen to your body. They don't ask what you like. I have had sex with a man who I did my Kegels. Very important to do your Kegels. So I did my Kegels when I was with this man, and he told me that he liked it. And I continued to do it, and I loved that he said that he loved it. You will not find an older man who tells you that they love whatever you're doing. They'd rather die than show emotion when you're having sex. They'd rather die than even fucking moan when you are having sex. I love a man that moans. I love a man that shows emotions. It's sex. We are being intimate with each other. Guys, let's get it on. I want to see your face. I want you to look me in the eyes. Let's have that eye contact. Are you feeling me? Are you understanding where I'm coming from? And let me tell you, I'm about to have a very hard time because as I said, I'm at this point where I understand what my sexual needs are. And it's hard to find a man who you can talk to and tell, this is what I like. I will communicate. I definitely communicate with my partners, but you're going to find men who do not like being told because they believe that they know what they like. Yeah. And those kind of men are the ones who talk a lot. You know, empty debbers make the most noise. I'm sorry. Today I will say it as it is. Because women out here, we are struggling. Men, we are struggling. We are not having any sexual pleasure with you guys. Penetration is not all that for us. You need, think of penetration as the boiling point, okay? But when you're boiling your water, it needs to go through certain temperatures so that it can rise and get to this boiling point, you know? So the different temperatures that the water is getting to is foreplay for us. And now the boiling point is penetration. And it's just whack. It's just bad. It's just bad. So I'm at a point of my life where I would rather communicate how I feel when it comes to sex and tell you what I like done. And if the sex is bad, I'm sorry, but I won't look for you again because there's no way I'm doing that. And I won't hide how I feel about it. I'm not there to mother a man and tell a man that I like sex, that to mother a man who feels bad and feels their ego is bruised because I've told them the reality of the truth that I did not quite enjoy the sex because... And it's not because I shut up, it's because I communicated and told them what I want done, and they decided that their pleasure was more important than mine. So forgive me, I'll tell you as it is. And because you do not want to listen to what I have to say. So I would think that I'm going to have a very hard time because I had this person and the sex was so amazing. This man understood the assignment. He understood exactly what my body needed. I would communicate to him what I want and he will do it. And let me tell you, the foreplay. Oh my God. The foreplay. The foreplay was amazing. The foreplay was just everything nice. It was a whole waterfall down there. But something happened and I wouldn't see him again. Maybe not. I do not know. But as of now, I was telling my friend now, because of that, I'm going to have a hard time with men out here because I don't want to experiment. And unless I go for the younger men because they're they're very willing to learn, they're very willing to listen. And it's gonna be hard finding a man out here who is willing to listen and understand what I want as a woman in my 30s, my sexual needs, and what I really desire, and what my pleasure is. And they're not easy to come by. They're not easy to come by. And for the men listening to this podcast, because this podcast is for you, this episode, is for you, you need to up your game when it comes to sex. I was reading some Reddit. Yes, I'm on Reddit. Someone told me that anyone is on, if I hear anyone who's on Reddit, it's a red flag, but yes, I'm on Reddit. And by the way, Reddit's colors are red. They didn't go wrong there. So yes, I'm on Reddit and I was reading these comments and these posts from various men. And men are struggling out here with sexual pleasure and foreplay. And most men believe that they do not even know how. So when we get to sex, what happens? I just kiss and I get in. So how do I pleasure her? How do I pleasure her? Kiss her neck. I love, and whatever I say here, it's things that I love, so that I don't want you to go think that every woman loves that. You just need to listen to their body. So I love my neck kissed. I love little bites on my neck, and then they go down to my chest, down to my breast. You fondle with them and you just play with them just for a few minutes. No hurry, guys. No hurry. All the time is ours. We have so much time. So you go to the breast, fondle them, kiss them. You can even bring them together and nibble both of them, both nipples in your mouth. It's so erotic, you know? You can have some fruits over there and just feed her if you like messy. If you don't like messy, then don't. You could do this when you're massaging her as well. Use some essential oils, use some coconut oil. It gets really sexy, but if you're using condoms, don't use oil, because it's very easy for the latex to break if you're using any sorts of oils. So fondle with her breast a little bit, go back to her neck, lick her ears, bite her ears if you're into that kind of thing, kiss her lips, whisper sweet things and tell her what you're going to do to her. Tell her that you're going to eat her out. Tell her that you can't wait to get inside her, deep inside her, and you can talk about the sex position that she loves. You can tell her, I can't wait to get deep inside you and look deep into your eyes. I can't wait to have you ride me. You know? Be naughty. Be naughty. Say some crazy shit. Be erotic and sexy. You can breathe into her ear, breathe into her neck. As you're nibbling her breast, you could slide your finger into her vagina and just whack it. Don't be rough. Don't be rough. Be very soft. Listen to her breathing. Does she love this? Does she enjoy this? Is this something that she would like more? Is her breathing slowing down? Is she breathing heavy? So if she's breathing heavy, continue doing it. Continue doing it because she's loving it. Because she is enjoying every moment of this. So get your fingers in there, rub her, just penetrate her with your fingers and just finger her as you use your thumb on her clit. I suggest that before you get there, please learn how the vagina is and just rub her clit as you finger her. Just finger her with your 2 fingers as you're rubbing her clit and you're sucking and nibbling her nipples. She will shake. She is going to have a crazy orgasm. Do this as you're also working her neck. As you're whispering some nice sensual erotic things, stop a little bit, go down on her, eat her out, breathe into her thighs, caress her thighs as you're doing it. As you're eating her out, rub her clit. Go back to her thighs, bite her thighs. One of your fingers, your thumb, should be playing and working on her nipple. Do that. Go back to her belly. Lick her out. Bite her. Give her little sweet erotic bites as you listen to her breathing. As you fondle her breast. As you grasp her beautiful apple booty, do all that and just get her so aroused. She's going to beg you. She is going to beg you inside her. Have you ever tried kissing a woman as you're doing all this to her and she's unable to kiss you back? That's when you know that's when you know that it's about to go down. That's when you know that it's about to go down. There is so much to do when it comes to pleasuring women. I would love for a man to do that to me. I would love for a man to do all that to me. But it's so hard to find men who do that. And if you have toys, if she has toys, ask her to get them out so that you can use them on her. You're not competing with it. You're not. A toy can't can't penetrate me and still bite and nibble my boobs out. No, it can't. And you need to learn the art of pleasure. You need to learn the art of pleasure. It's very psychological. It's very mental. You have to be in sync. Again, you have to prepare her to get into that mood. Tell her something sweet. There are so many things that men can do. I would love to walk into a room that has my favorite scent and some candles and some roses. It's not too much to ask for. Roses are not expensive, actually. Roses are, I think you can get a bunch for 200 shillings. Just make her feel special. Remember that a woman's sexual pleasure is like boiling water. It's like boiling water. You need to get us to that point, and it's slowly and slowly and slowly. Stop this thing of just coming inside. There's this time, this man reached out. Well, I have known this person for some time, and he said he's like, I wanna see you, and like, okay, and he said all the nasty things that he wants to do to me. I was like, okay, this man, he has game. Let's see how we're gonna go get it on. Let's see how it's gonna go. And he was like, come with cuffs, come with your scarves, your scarves so that I can tie you and blindfold you. And he wanted to do all this temperature play. He wanted to do so much. I was like, okay, Sarah, let's see how this is going to go. And so I went. And it was just a big talk because the sex was horrible. He was very shy. It was just pathetic. So people need to learn that not overpromise a woman shit. We're all learning. And the thing about sex and growing older is that the more you grow old, the more you get to your realization of what your needs are and what you love being done to you. You know what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. I know that experience was very off for me because he was the only one who was satisfied. I wasn't satisfied. And I haven't seen this person again because it wasn't, I didn't like what I got. I did not enjoy it a bit at all. And the thing is, because I kept telling him that I want you to do this to me, but he will have selective amnesia. And it's something that men have. Selective amnesia. Repeat after me. Selective amnesia during sex. We shall call it sexual selective amnesia. Where you tell a man what you want done to you and they do it for 1 second and they immediately forget what you like being done. They forget what you want to be done to you, what you want done to you, sorry. And it was just bad. So the more men get to understand and learn about sexual pleasure, I feel like women will really come to enjoy sex and they're going to reach the heights of their orgasms, because there are so many women who have not orgasmed in their life, and it's because they end up being with men who do not listen to them, who only care about their sexual pleasure. But there is a lot, man. Sex is not just about pleasuring yourself as a man. It's also about pleasuring your partner, just getting your partner to the heights and just understanding that your partner also wants to feel good. And there are so many points in someone's body, so many nerve points, so many places that you can play around with, and so many things that you can do to pleasure your partner. There is massage, there is, first of all, communication, there is the intimacy. I've talked about it on my previous podcast, and just getting the woman in the right mood and environment, making sure that y'all are in a safe space. Y'all are okay, because the moment you have a fight with your woman or your partner, the sex is not well. There's the makeup sex, which is pretty good when you guys make things work out and just make up. But there's that weird sex that people usually have when they are not in good terms, and it just kills the vibe. In others, just make sure that the vibe is good before then, and just get to listen to your partner. Communicate to your partner and try to understand what they love. It's something that I try to do. It's something that I'm still trying to work on. And it's something that I feel that older men should work on, because they're not willing to learn, they're not willing to listen, and the older men are willing, the younger men, are willing to listen. The younger men are understand, and they are willing to learn, and they're very much open when it comes to sex and relationships. But older men are not open. They are not open. The moment you mention something, they think that it's bizarre. Older men are not willing to try out stuff. They are not willing to be experimental. You should be very willing to experiment with your partner. Communicate to your partner what your sexual needs are. It's very important. I'm too old not to orgasm. I'm too old not to enjoy sex. I'm too old not to have sexual pleasure. I hope you go have sex. I hope you provide a safe space for your partner to come and communicate. I'm still struggling to find someone. I don't know whether I don't know what even, how do I even say this? It's gonna be a hard time for me to find someone who will pleasure me the way I want. I know it's all about communication. Guys, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I love sex. And I need sex so bad. Wish me all the best and all the luck to find someone who will sexually pleasure me. I don't want to find a relationship right now. Fuck hell no. I don't want relationships right now. But a girl needs to be satisfied. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. So anyway, guys, I'm wishing you orgasms, amazing orgasms this week. Crazy, blastful orgasms where you're shaking and your legs are shaking and you're moaning. I'm wishing you crazy, amazing, mind-blowing orgasm. Go have sex, lots of sex, amazing sex, and blastful, mind-blowing orgasm. It's your girl Ciru, and thank you for joining us for yet another episode.